leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. That's caught. It's Burks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Goes to the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck. And especially once that thing starts to string out, and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oregon!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but, man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Steps away. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first. It's a seam wide open. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. Powers through the defender. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what you're...
Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
From the gun, running back on the move. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down.
He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it inside the 15. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore will throw. He's got him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Sooners line up to punt it away. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's up. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
when you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. There he goes. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've been running it, but now the pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in.
Going over the top. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Pulls and fires complete. At the 40, there he goes. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
They'll try the run. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Moore to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Casper. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Buys a little time. And it's loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble, you just couldn't secure it.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got the quick pass. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so they'll make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's loose. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. welcome everyone to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the ground with the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
On the move, it's Haynes. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
To the air, it's Underwood. Makes the grab on the left. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quarterback may change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
At the 20-yard line. 4th down. Number 90. In punt formation to kick it away. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, LSU 0.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll give it to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Gonna run it. It's Haynes. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. He'll keep it himself. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. Makes the grab past the marker. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Using his legs, it's Haynes. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he added the extra point.
LSU 0.
Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll do it himself. Not gonna get there, not gonna get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, listen, which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got fourth down.
Sends it downfield, and it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The give to the back. Oh, out of space. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. Fights off the defender. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Got it behind the line. It's Hill. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 3rd. Makes the catch. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the 1st down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Quarterback moving. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Got him downfield. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Michigan 14, LSU 6.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Turning on the Jets. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to...
Lots of running room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
to the air on first down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Speeding down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. The two-point try is good, and we are tied here in the fourth. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's McCulley. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Hands it off. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires on the move. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not hitting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Got to have it here on fourth down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Handoff from the gun. Across the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They're rushing to the line, already in position position for the potential game winner. Got to spike it and stop the clock. On the run, it's Durham. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Let's go. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds his big tight end. That one takes him down to the 13-yard line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Going right down the boulevard. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration of the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from... Ready to fire from the pistol. Looking downfield on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. On the ground, it's Sanford. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Here comes the heat. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the...
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Pulls it in. It's a seam wide open. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And this defense is figuring out...
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Freeman. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really the only good thing I can...
Wide open spaces. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. Turning it on.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Under fire. Got his man quickly. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going up top again. Here's a heat. He's got it. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
This offense has become a...
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How about the aggressive play calling? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him. You could tell completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
When a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get...
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense got him at the 27. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. He lobs one high down the left side. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. The Cougars are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is...
The Cougars just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Takes the handoff. It's Sanford. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Yeah, that's a catch the big man's got to be able to make, guys. It's a quick route. He gets his head around. He sees the throw. He just doesn't look it in.
They'll run play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This is a...
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
The defense has been so dominant up front.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Trying play action. Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the outside. He eluded the defense, and he'll take it. To the air on first down. Caught. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Is incomplete. It's now third.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll haul it in and take it. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On the run, it's Sanford. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cougars need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. We're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win.